We as a ummah, I'm not saying you necessarily here, but you know people drink alcohol, sell alcohol, cheat, lie, miss salah, leave the hijab, leave the ahkam that Allah has ordained upon us, and then we wonder, where is the nusrah of Allah? If you want the nusrah of Allah, change yourself. Don't wait for others. And when you bring that change in you, as the youth of our ummah, anha, she was wealthy, she was beautiful, she was known for her great modesty and honor even before Islam. When Islam came, she could have told the Prophet ﷺ, you do you. You got your mission, but what about me? What about my business? Where are you at? How come you're not spending time with me? How come you're out all the time trying to spread your thing? No. Khadija radiallahu anha has sacrificed everything of hers. Her wealth, her health, her time. She was instrumental with that moral support that was needed by the Prophet. The Muslims were defending the innocent. When the people had attacked them in Uhud, he was given the banner of La ilaha illallah. That banner that's in your hands today. He was given the banner of Islam. And when he was attacked, they cut off his arm. This is not a movie. You know, when you watch too many movies, you lose touch with reality. You see an actor get shot in a movie, and the next sequel, he's back somehow. For you to stand on the haqq, for you to say that this world is nothing, people can say what they want.
Back in case I used to work at 9:45 and I billed you have to pay me for the 9K because that was the schedule for it.
Is the reason why you are Muslim, why your ancestors are Muslims. So Abdullah went to this battlefield. But what can you do? You cannot see. You have this ability. No. He has a lot to offer. And when he was offering his help, he asked the leader of the army to give him the banner of Islam, the flag for the army, which was a very critical piece so that people know where you are, But carrying the flag of the army is a liability. It's dangerous because people will attack you. Arrows will shoot at you left and right. But then he told the companion, his argument was, actually my disability is a strength. Because if the whole army is running away, I'm not going to run away. I cannot see. I don't see what they got to see. So I'm going to be steadfast, and I'll keep carrying the flag, the banner of Islam, until the last moment in my life. And that's exactly what happened. When the battle was there, and all kinds of arrows and fighting left and right, Abdullah kept holding the banner of Islam until the last breath in his life, until he was martyred as a shaheed fi sabilillah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The Muslim army was victorious in this battle, but we sometimes don't know behind the scenes what happened. It was a brother, it was Abdullah, the same Sahabi who kept nagging the Prophet ﷺ, Ya Rasulullah, allimni mimma allamak Allah, teach me, teach me, teach me. The one that we thought he's a distraction to the community, to the da'wah, to the efforts. It turned out to be he was the main character in that story. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed a surah that many of us memorize or hear a lot in the Quran. The message is very simple. Everyone in the Muslim community has something to offer.
A cochlear implant. But you think of these visible disabilities, right? It's not often that we include the invisible disabilities of these community members in the Muslim community. Now, an invisible disability is something that you can't see until you have a conversation and talk to them. So you might notice that they might be a little bit socially awkward, or they might have a speech delay, or a little bit of a developmental delay. Disabilities like autism, developmental delays, ADHD, anxiety, mental health disabilities, these are all invisible, but it's still our duty and responsibility to give them that support that they need with this disability.
The kids, a beautiful wife, and Allah. Before I found out, I was extremely lost. I didn't know what I was doing. Having a disability, I see it as a superpower. It's kind of forced me to be, or to have better resolve, more resolve than most people have, because I have to face hardships that keep along.
Ongoing process. And this isn't just something that is a mental act. It's something which requires reflection, analysis, and internalization. And the use of the verb instead of the noun emphasizes that contemplation is something to be done, not merely possessed. Something needs to happen. It's active. It demands intellectual and spiritual effort from the believer. So, some guidelines for tadabbur. Number one, it should not contradict the tafsir of the ayah. Nevertheless, there are so many examples of tadabbur, but they should not contradict the tafsir of the ayah and the basis in the wording of the ayah. It has to have a basis in the wording of the ayah. And another example, the time will not permit, is nevertheless, so number three is, does it have a relationship to the textual context? All tafsir in the muhkam, in the clear verses, in the clear ayah. Nevertheless, Ibn al-Qayyim, rahmatullahi alayhi, he tells us,
I wasn't gonna go down now. I set the bar so high, my friend. Okay. So we'll come down to 50. 50 for half a year. Who can, for $50, sponsor the education of a child for 6 entire months? 50 bucks. Allahu Akbar. I know to us, some of us, I mean, the shoes that you're wearing, if you're wearing Jordan 4s, the black cats, my man, don't even ask how much, let's go. We need the 6-monthers now. Where are the 6-monthers at? MashaAllah, so many 100. Oh, there's one.
The daughter of Fir'aun, she told her, if you keep on this, I'll tell my dad. She said, go tell your dad. So she went and she told Fir'aun. Now Fir'aun, that's why I gave you that intro, to understand how people feared Fir'aun. That cruel dictator, that cruel taghut. Now, she's given an ultimatum that your children will be killed. She said, do what you have to do. I cannot leave the Tawheed. I cannot leave Islam. I cannot even hide my Islam. I can't compromise my Islam. I can't water down my Islam. Do what you gotta do. The rich history of Islam and the sacrifices and the firmness of the great scholars of Islam and the Sahaba radiallahu anhum, there is the likes of Abdullah ibn Hudhafa radiallahu anhum. From those, as Imam al-Dhahabi has mentioned in Siyar Alam al-Nubala, and others have mentioned his biography, he was from those that the Prophet ﷺ used to have him take the letter and his message to the different kings. And during the Khilafah of Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu anhu, he was captured. He was captured by the Romans. And the Romans, they had heard about the Muslims and their advances. They had heard about the victories the Muslims were getting. And because there were people who didn't have the understanding of the akhirah, they didn't understand tawakkul, they didn't understand what it means to have the help from Allah, the nusra of Allah. They thought it had to do with the DNA. They thought the Arab must have some kind of super max DNA that they're doing so well. So the Roman king, when he captured them, he brought Abdullah ibn Hudhafa and he told him that because you guys are getting so many victories, I want to merge you with us. And give up your religion. Now every one of us sitting here right now, we have this thought that, I wouldn't even be tempted. Nah, man. But then you give up your salah for what? A test? Then you deal with riba for what? Because you want to buy a better house? Then you have music at your wedding because you want to please people?
You had to say photographer becomes
is brother Ziad Jahadar. Not for the Hafaz level. For context, the Hafaz they not know. The Hafaz brothers and the Hafaz sisters, the first place is a brand new iPad.